Buenas tardes and welcome back to San Luis Potosi. Today is Thursday, it's about 7:30 in the morning. It's a bit cold, but I do have my Airbnb host's wonderful Peruvian wool scarf, which is beautiful. And today, I finally made it to Real de Catorce. Now, this town is an old silver mining town dating back to the 1800s, early 1900s, when silver mining was a popular industry in Mexico. Behind me is the Ogarrio tunnel, which is 1.7 kilometers long, and it comes all the way from the other side. Obviously, you know, I've come from Cedral today, so it was about 17 kilometers from there to the entrance of the tunnel. You have to wait outside the entrance because it's one way, so you have to wait for other people to come from the other direction, and then you come through the tunnel and you arrive in literally the old times, you know, the old times of Mexico in terms of silver mining. It is spectacular and it is so quiet. This is travel. We've got so much to do today, so let's get going. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm here. Let's get this out of the way to begin with. So in terms of using some lovely adjectives to describe Real de Catorce, I would describe this town as awe-inspiring, breathtaking, mind-blowing, because that's exactly what it is. It's spectacular. You know, it's essentially a ghost town, and the name Real de Catorce in English is basically Royal 14 or money currency 14, something along the lines of that. And in terms of how this town got its name, there are numerous stories that I've read about, one of those being that 14 soldiers were killed here many, many years ago. And in the late 1700s, that's when silver was discovered in this area, meaning that it became a huge part of industry in the area. And in the early 1900s, that was when the price of silver drastically reduced, meaning essentially this town was abandoned, with the exception of the people that are here. It is just absolutely off the scale. I can't even think of words to describe it. It's so quiet. It's a little bit windy. It's a little bit cold because we are about 2,700 meters up, and you'll notice that I don't have a jacket. But you know what? It's not so bad. It's all right. It's manageable. It's not disastrous. So let's continue walking around and exploring. So I've come further up the hill, basically. It's more of a residential area, so there are like hotels and things in the centre area. And as you come up here, there's a lot of what used to be, I guess, houses in the old days. You know, they're all ruins, full of cacti, that's the word. And the views are just absolutely monumental. Blue skies, you can see for as far as you want. Cacti everywhere. This is the proper, real Mexican desert. There's horses, there's dogs, dilapidated buildings back there. Just look at it. This is off the scale. I'm really going off the beaten track now. Found a really old church and a cemetery dating back to 1775, dedicated to San Francisco de Asís and the other to the Virgin of Guadalupe. Yes, I'm reading off a wall, which is helpful in English, I must say. All the signs here in terms of tourist things are all in English, so that's great. Right, we've just been in a fantastic, beautiful church, Templo Parroquial della Parisima Concepción Real de Catorce. That was difficult. Let's let this car go by. Once again, another fantastic example of the beautiful churches in Mexico, and this one is especially special in my eyes because we are in Real de Catorce. It was built in the late 1700s, as you know the rest of this place was. And this building I'll show you now is the Mint House. So real, you know, Brazilian currency. From what I understand, I might be wrong, probably am. The real was the currency in Mexico at that time, like early 1800s, and that building was where the silver coins, which were produced here, were minted. Fascinating. Okay, it's approaching lunchtime, so I think it's time for some food. Look what I just found. Real Bucks Cafe. Hilarious. Obviously there's no Starbucks here, but there's lots of cafes as you head back towards the church. Okay, there's a place there, but it's absolutely full of people. I think it's a tour group. But there's a woman there making gorditas. Let's have a look. Gorditas with frijoles and queso. A lovely green wind. It's lovely. I need 12 pesos. Beautiful. Okay, I'm back where we started, but don't worry, the video's not finished yet. My stabilizer battery has died, so we are going a bit shaky cam from now on. However, this is a good thing because I'm going up there, or at least I'm attempting to. So many of you have told me about a ghost town. Is it called Los Catorce? I'm not sure. It looked further away on the map. But anyway, ghost town up there. You can see buildings, ruins. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, I'm hiding behind some cactuses. It is so windy, so I can't really talk much. Do what I mean? And the ponytail's back. That means I mean business. It's up there, right? It doesn't look that far. The last time I said that, I was in Ecuador, up Volcan Cotopaxi, and my lungs almost collapsed. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Looks like these guys chose the right option. Horses. Never mind the wind, just take a moment to think about where I am right now. Real de Catorce. Legendary. Okay, I'm just taking a little break. Look at the view so far. Exceptional. And I'm just sitting here thinking, looking and taking it in and thinking that, you know, it's insane that this was once a bustling silver town nestled in between these hills at almost 3,000 meters above sea level. Yeah, when you're doing these walks, just take a moment to look around your surroundings because it is beautiful. Look at it. I just want to point out something. So you probably can't see, but a lot of the plants, foliage coming up here, that one looks like a huge asparagus, but those ones down there, some of them obviously they're green, but one up there, where is it? It's up there somewhere. It almost looks gold, which is amazing. And if you look at the rock, some of the rock is also different colours. Is that something to do with the silver minerals? I don't know, but just look at that. I'm just in love with that view. How amazing is that? Oh, I'm almost in tears. I literally am close to tears right now. There's another huge asparagus. I know it's not an asparagus before you put it in the comments. I'm just joking. But look what I found behind me. We've got a building in ruins on top of this hill. Could this be the ghost town that everyone's been telling me about? Let's see. This is almost as if it's like a big open area in the middle and all these buildings are around the outside, and I'm the only one up here, apart from the horses that were earlier with the people. I don't know where they've gone. I have no words. Speechless, speechless, speechless. This is just magical. There is no other word for it. Look at this. I'm in ruins on top of a hill, looking out at Real de Catorce through that old window. Just take a moment to listen to the wind. And I'm done. You know what? I'm a bit overwhelmed. I have tears in my eyes right now. That bit that I just walked out on was quite possibly the best view I've ever seen in the world. I'm going on record saying that. It's like a ledge, and you can stand on the edge in the ridiculous hurricane winds 3,000 meters above sea level, and you feel like you're Jesus or God or something overlooking the town, you know. And a note for everyone: when I die, I want to be cremated, and that is where I want my ashes scattered. So one of you is going to have to come to Real de Catorce with my urn and scatter me. I will be quite happy for eternity. I've come up the hill a bit and look what I found. More ghost town. There's a building up there. There's a proper little town there. And look above me. It's a plane. I've walked through the gate back there, what I believe was a gate. And oh my god, it just gets more impressive as I go along. There's houses that actually, or buildings that actually look like houses that would have been houses. Oh my god. So sorry about the wind in this video, but there's nothing I can do about it. But actually, it adds to the atmosphere. I don't know if you can hear. I'm going to shut up. Hopefully you can hear. It sounds like there's a plane taking off in the distance. The whirl of the wind and the dust storms and things like that. That just adds to that eerie atmosphere of this ghost town. I am literally blown away. I'm done. Anything I wanted to do in terms of long-term travel, I've succeeded. I've achieved it. This is what I wanted to achieve. I'm the only one here. The horses are gone. I'm the only one in this ghost town in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Mexico, in the desert. Sorry, I'm getting excited, but I think it's a valid excitement. Before I leave and go back, just want to point out a little friend we've got in the distance, a lone donkey in a ghost town in Mexico. Hey man. Okay, we're back where it all started at 7 o'clock this morning. I'm going to get the bus back to Cedral. I've made it down from the ghost town. Obviously, it's easier and more difficult, so easier coming downhill, but watch out for like the rocks in terms of the cobbly path, because it is potentially dangerous, and you know, I have hurt my ankle, but my own fault for not getting a horse. So we're going to go back now, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts about the amazing Real de Catorce. Hello everyone, and welcome back. It's now a couple of days later after what you just last saw in Real de Catorce, and I'm back in San Luis Potosi. However, by the time you watch this, I probably would have left already, because my next stop is to Ciudad Valles. I'll be visiting a couple of spots in Osteca Potosina. Beyond excited. And you might notice that I got a bit sunburned on that day at Real de Catorce. But who cares, because it was an absolute adventure, and it very much reminded me of, you know, back in the day, my younger travel days, where I would just not book a tour and I would just go out solo by myself and have an adventure. It was an adventurous day, and it was quite possibly one of the best things I've seen in Mexico. It's just another perfect example of the variety that is in Mexico. So if you're considering a trip to this country, absolutely you need to add San Luis Potosi state to your list, to your itinerary, because it is just mind-blowing, awesome. And there's something else I wanted to add as well that's very important. You might have noticed that this channel has reached 10,000 subscribers, which is insane, and it's literally the best thing ever, because it's been one of my aims for a long time. And it might not be very big in terms of, you know, the grander scheme of things, but who cares? It's a great achievement, and it's not just about me. You know, I might film the videos and edit the videos, but you're the people that watch them. You're the people that like them, leave a comment. You're the ones that share them as well. So I am beyond appreciative. The next step is to get to 25,000. So if you haven't shared this video already, please do. Get your friends to subscribe. That would be great. And yeah, awesome. So next up, the next video will probably be from Hilitla. I don't know how to pronounce it. Or Tamil Waterfall. Beyond awesome. That will be the polar opposite to Real de Catorce, so I am beyond excited. I hope you are too. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.